Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to drawittoo. My name is Ramny, and this is another episode of How to Draw, the Sports Edition. Here in this channel, I help you develop your drawing skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from movies, TV shows, books, comics, and video games, and on occasion, I show you how to draw sports logos like this video that you are watching right now. So if this is your first time here and you want to see more videos like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell as well so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a brand new video. Are you guys ready to draw? Here are the tools that you'll need. You'll need a pencil, an eraser, any type of white paper, and black ink pens with different size nibs for inking your drawing afterwards. As you're watching this video, remember that you can pause this at any time so that you guys can catch up on your drawings. If you still find it going a little too fast for you, remember that you can also hit that speed button at the bottom right of this video so that you can slow it down. We all draw at different speeds, so find a pace that works for you and stick to it. And also, if your artwork looks a little different than mine, that is completely acceptable as well. Now, before we continue with the video, if you guys want me to do a tutorial video on your favorite sports team logo, please check out the links to the polls in the description of this video and vote for your favorite teams. The team logos with the most votes will get priority and will be drawn first. So happy voting. Having said all of that, you guys, let's get right to the tutorial.
For the Golden State Warriors logo, as you guys can see, I've already drawn my initial circle. And basically, I took a bowl from the kitchen and I just turned it upside down and I traced it. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to start off with that. And then the rest of the circles are going to be freehand. So I hope your circle practice is good. Let's get started. For the Golden State logo, it's got, down on this side, you'll notice that the blue border is actually thicker here on this side than it is at the top. So that's what we're going to do. And what I'm going to find is I'm going to find just marks right along like the four, I guess you could say, like directions. So four equal parts, like one opposite of the other, except for this one down here at the bottom is going to be further away than the rest. So let's start with that. And then once you have those marks, these marks are going to be the outline or the larger circle. And I'm just very slowly outlining, going from one mark to the other mark. And you notice here, I'm going to draw another mark right here, and it goes from narrow, and it gets wider and wider. Okay, so the point of this is to draw another circle that is off center, because that's what this Golden State logo looks like, is off center. An off-center circle. But at the same time, you don't want it to look like an egg either, so you want to be careful with the way that you draw. Okay, right here I'm going to draw that. And like I say, when I do these logos, I like to draw them freehand instead of using a ruler, just because that's the way that I work. And right here, you guys can see I am adjusting, making sure that the lines are smooth. Okay, I keep going. And just fix it up a little bit, and there you go. So there's the off-center circle. Let me darken that inner circle a little bit more. Again, take a look back and make sure that your outer circle that you did does not look like an egg. And if it does, just adjust the sides that you find to be narrower and just make them wider. There you go. We're not looking for perfection here, because otherwise we'd be doing this on the computer rather than freehand. Okay, so there's the off-center circle. Okay, now we're going to find another circle inside that first circle that we did, but this time around it's going to be equal width throughout. For me, I can do it with just my eye, and I could just run my pencil along the sides here, because I know, well, I can guide my pencil to about a similar width each time, and I don't need any guidelines for that, but you guys might need guidelines, and that's okay if you do. No big deal. There you go. So that's what we have is 3 circles, basically. And that's practically the hardest thing about this logo is the 3 circles. Now we're going to find a spot right, let's straighten our page. There you go. And we're going to find a spot right here. And then we're going to draw a straight line going straight down to here. Okay. So that's what that looks like. Just kind of like a step right here, like that. And it goes like that. So that's what that looks like. And then from here, it goes down, but it doesn't go quite straight down. It sort of gets wider as you reach the bottom. And so you notice that here, it's wider than it is at the top. So just draw a line going down to that point. Okay. And then I draw, at this point right here, I'm going to draw a V, an upside down V, like a little triangle point. And just with this line, I just follow that, the last line we did, all the way down. And then here it gets a little bit wider again. So I'll go over here. And this goes down to there. Okay. So there's that. And you want to make sure that your everything is straight, because it does kind of matter. Now, I'm going to find a spot right here. It should make a little triangle point. And from here, I'm going to draw a line going to here, about similar in height, a little bit higher up maybe. Actually, no, right there is good. So I'm going to draw a line that's slightly curved. It's not quite straight. And of course, this, if you guys are not familiar with the Golden State logo, this is the east span of the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay. Now, right here, I'm going to find that spot. And before we draw a line going across, what we're going to do is we're going to find a spot right here and here. And we're going to go to a point here. Okay, so let's do the bottom one first, and it's just going to run along the same width with this line right here. So it looks like that. And then this slightly opens up and it makes this really narrow triangle like that. Okay, now this is going to run along, kind of just eyeballing it here. This is going to run along to about here. So it starts to get wide as you go this way. So from here to there. All right, I'm going to take another step up right here. What we're going to do is we're going to close this off so that it makes the span, the triangle. So this point right here, that's where I want to go. Okay. And I'm going to turn it upside down because I want the curve, I want it to be slightly curvy like this. So I'm going to use my wrist when I make this drawing motion. And I draw it lightly at first. And there you go. We'll have to do that one more time, find that same spot right here, and then a spot on the bridge. Let me flip it the right way. Right here. From here, we're gonna draw a line from there to that same point. Okay. Position your paper so that it's easier for your wrist to do that outline, or to do the line. There you go. Now, from this same point, imagine a line going down to here, right there. Okay? And the curve now goes this way. There you go. And then I do that twice. And that's what that looks like. Okay, so now we're going to do the, well, let's fix it up. I'm going to erase these lines right here because obviously where those lines overlap, it's going to be erased. Okay, fix it up right here. It looks like this. All right, so now we're going to have to draw thick lines. We're going to start at this point right here, where the span of the bridge, this right here, the cable, meets the, I actually don't know the parts of the bridge, to be honest. I did. Okay, So this little corner right here to this corner. I'll just say it like that. And these are all straight lines. And I'm going to double up on those lines each time I draw them. Now you want to make sure that when you're drawing these that they're equal distance. So here's the second one right there. Now we're going to have to draw 3 more right here. So here's 1, here's 2, and the third one you barely make out right there, 3. Okay, now over here, let's find a point right here. That little corner, going all the way down to this is a good spot. So right there. Like I said, I double up on that line. We're going to draw 2 more on this side. 1, 2, and then however many you need. I think the logo, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more on this side, but if you can't fit 8, that is completely fine. 1, 2, try to make sure that they're all the same. 3, and that they're all parallel. 4, 5, 6, 7, and maybe a tiny one as my 8th. There you go. That is pretty much it. It's a very basic. If you guys want to do the letters, let's do the letters right now. First thing is we're going to have to find a space for the letters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where the letters are going to go. I'm not just going to write Golden and State and hope that it's going to be centered. I'm actually going to plan it out so that it is centered. So here is the bottom line for the words. Okay, I'm going to make sure that my logo is straight. I'm going to find the center, and the center is going to be right around here, going straight down. And here's the center down here at the bottom. Okay, now I want this right here to be the same length as this right here. So you want to make sure that they kind of align with each other. And then from there, I draw a line going out this way and this way. And then up here at the top, I'm going to draw where the top of the letters are going to go. There we go. So this is where it's going to say Golden State. And then down here, we do the same thing. So I'm going to turn it upside down. It's easier for me. This is where the top of the letters are going to go. So that's the top line. Okay, make sure that it's equal distance from the outline that we did earlier. Okay, so there's that. Now, Warriors is probably going to go right here to same distance right here. Okay, and it's right here, the Golden State sign is where the letters for Golden State is smaller than the letters for Warriors, so you want to make sure that you have that size difference on your logo as well. There you go. Okay, so now let's start spacing them. And for this, I want the end to be smack dab in the center. And what I mean by that is I'm going to start marking off squares where I want the letters to go. So there's the N, and the G is going to be right around here. Okay, you want this square to be the same size as that square, and the E in State is going to be right here. And if you guys didn't know, Golden State refers to California, I believe, and this bridge is the Golden Gate Bridge, of course, and Golden State Warriors is located in Oakland. Okay, so G, N, E, space right here. Okay, so I see a potential issue now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this because it's starting to look like the letters are square, and they shouldn't be square. They should be rectangular. So I just brought that line down a little bit. So it looks like that. And I'm also seeing a potential problem. I'm going to make these letters slightly smaller. S-T-A-T-E. So there's state right there. Okay, so I divided it now into 5. And you want to make sure that these are the same. So G-O-L-D-E-N. I'm going to move that slightly just so that it fits. And now I'm going to move these. Oh, there you go. So what I did was, this is G-O-L-D-E-N. Remember we said that this was going to be the N is going to be at the top center. Here's a space, so that should be, there's no letter there. And then S-T-A-T-E, right there. It might take a while for you to space them out, but that's how you do it right there. And same thing with Warriors. Now the thing is, the R is going to kind of look like, it's going to be closer to this side than it is this side, just by a little, so kind of like that. Okay. Now let's divide. The W is wide, so let's give it some space. The A is a little bit narrow. W-A-R-R. Okay, over here the I is narrow, and then O-R-S right here. O. And as I do this, I want to make sure that the spacing is right. I get the spacing right, you know. I'm also finding that my letters are too boxy, so I'm going to bring this a little bit higher up. As you do this, make sure that you're doing it in light pencil so that you're not making a lot of dark mistakes that you can't erase. Okay, so there it is, W-A-R-R-I-O-R-S, right there. Okay, so let's start. And this is just a matter of filling in the letters. And that shouldn't be too hard. Just make sure that you space them in the center of those boxes. And for this, they have what you call serifs. And those are those little marks like that. And it pays to have the Golden State logo right in front of you as you do this, because you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And now I'm going to fast forward this part, and this is just me putting the letters in. I apologize for that. A lot of it was off camera, but here's what it looks like. You'll notice that I left spaces in between so that the letters don't touch each other. So that says Golden State. And then let me zoom out this time so I don't make that same mistake. And write Warriors. And of course, right here, it's going to be bigger, thicker letters. And there you go, you guys. That is how you draw the Golden State Warriors logo. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.
And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you for watching all the way to the very end of this tutorial video. I hope your drawings turned out great. If you guys are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So please head on over to Instagram and tag me with your pictures so that I can see them, or head on over to Google Plus and post your artwork there for everybody to enjoy. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a link to those in the description below. And if you feel like being extra generous, I have links below for different ways that you can support this channel. First is my Patreon at patreon.com/drawittoo. Check it out to find out more about the rewards you get for becoming my patron. Next, I have official drawittoo merchandise that you can purchase, such as t-shirts, mugs, and mouse pads. And finally, you can purchase some of my art prints in my online store at drawittoo.storeenvy.com. Your contributions go a long way in making sure that content creators like myself are supported so that we can continue making good stuff like this for you guys free of charge. If you guys did like this tutorial, it would help me a great deal. Also, if you liked this video, commented below or shared this with your friends in social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and on my website, drawittoo.com, where you can download a whole bunch of coloring pages from the tutorials that are on this channel. Again, you guys, all of these links are down in the description below. Finally, thank you once again for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial video.